So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of ZGN Talks. And in today's video, we will be talking about how you can actually go ahead and make your own online business in approximately the span of 30 days.
All right, Mitch, thank you for the great introduction. So before we go into more detail about Alibaba.com and more detail about e-commerce, first we have to understand e-commerce. So what is e-commerce? It is the sale of products and services over the internet. That's as simple as I could put it. So, the thing is, e-commerce is seeing a huge explosion, has been for the last couple of years. And one of the main reasons behind this is because of the shift towards remote work. Now, I know guys may not be able to tell this, but from my background, you might not be obvious, but right now, I am in Italy, so I'm currently in Napoli, Italy, and as a major point of this video, the shift to remote work is actually a huge part that's pushing e-commerce, and will continue to push e-commerce. As the world gets more digitalized, as more of the world goes to the internet, people are going to be traveling the world. They're going to be working remotely, kind of like where I am in Italy right now. So also going off that, if there's a little bit of sounds in the background, it is the Italians. They're very passionate people. So if you hear some Italian in the background, it's because we're in Italy. But going on, like I said, even for me, I prefer to order my products than go in person to a store, and that's just simply because the selection is so much bigger. If I need something, I order it. So I'm going around the world. I live in Airbnbs, and if I need something, I just order it to the Airbnb. It's easy, it's simple, and that's like I said, that's one of the main things driving e-commerce. And as a seller as well as a consumer, this creates a huge amount of opportunity for the e-commerce business model as a whole. And like I said, I can really see it as both the seller of goods and as the consumer of e-commerce goods. And at the end of the day, as a seller, what we're really trying to do, and as sellers, what we're really trying to do is we're trying to spend less and sell more. Because at the end of the day, that's business.
So going ahead and diving into market research, as you can see on the screen in front of you, one of the first steps of knowing how to start an online business is you really need to understand how much capital is needed. And this honestly varies from person to person, because some people have more capital to put into starting a business and some people have less. And as long as you understand how to approach building an online business and you understand e-commerce, which Emiliano already discussed, capital shouldn't be a massive problem, but obviously, you want at least a bit to start off with. And I would honestly say anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000 would be a healthy amount to start with, because that'll give you enough to, set up the platform that you want to sell on, be able to use that money on inventory. Maybe you'll want to hire a few employees internationally, so that will give you enough room to go ahead and strategize how you want to approach with selling your inventory. Now, deciding which business model is best for you. So when it comes to e-commerce, the two main business models are either drop shipping or wholesale. Now, there are many other business models out there, but these are the two main ones that we personally focus on. And with drop shipping, you have the luxury of needing less capital, right? Because with drop shipping, the product, once it's sold, it goes straight from the supplier to the customer that bought the product from you, right? So it's just one shipment. But if you're buying wholesale, then you need to go ahead and buy inventory in bulk. And when you're buying inventory in bulk, you need to get it either sent to you or to a preferable location, such as a prep center. And then once it's there, then you can go ahead and start marketing your product, get some pictures of it, list it, have the product go active, and then the product will begin selling, and you'll get those sales. So the main two, again, business models is either drop shipping or wholesale, and ultimately it really depends to you. We have a few other videos on our YouTube channel about both business models, so feel free to go check those out. And another step is finding products that are trending / in demand. And Emiliano will be going over this section later on in this video about how you can find these sort of products on Alibaba.com. There's a way to approach finding these products that are, again, in demand or trending. And the reason you want to do this is because you don't just want to go ahead and choose a random product. Say someone really likes collecting sunglasses. Chances are this person would want to go ahead and dive into selling sunglasses because it's something they enjoy and they're passionate about. But this isn't always the smart way of approaching building an e-commerce business, right? You can't get emotional with it. You need to go do your research and see which products are currently trending, which products our customers currently looking for. And there are ways on Alibaba.com to go ahead and research that and find these products. Now, you want to actually figure out which platform to sell on. Now, if you watch our YouTube videos, you know which platforms we mainly sell on. There are many ways that you can approach doing research. So it fully doesn't really matter which platform you sell on, because if you're selling a product that already exists, or if you're creating a completely new product, then there would be two specific platforms that you would actually choose for that. So it really depends off which business model you're approaching and how you're going to go ahead and brand your product. So figuring out which platform to sell on isn't really a hard thing to deal with, but the previous 3 bullet points that you see on your screen right now, those are the main ones that you really want to focus on.
All right, so now we're going to dive a little bit more into detail into how you can use Alibaba.com, and you can use it to find quality products and suppliers. So follow me. We're going to transition scenes. We're going to go into Google. We're going to go into the great internet, and here we go. So we're now on Alibaba.com, and like I said, I'm going to guide you guys through how you can find quality products and suppliers. So as Mitch was saying earlier, when you're doing product research, you obviously have to do a lot of research. You have to find out what's selling, what you're passionate about, and yeah, just a lot of things like that. So, for example, I'm going to walk you guys through it. I think 3D printing is really, really cool. I think it's cool. You can just print stuff, and I've been hearing a lot about people talking about 3D printing over the last couple of years. I think it's on the rise. So, I'm going to do some fast product research, and we're going to go into Google Trends, and we're going to enter 3D printing. So those of you guys that don't know, what Google Trends does is it measures the interest over time, the searches over time for a particular search term. So here we can see that actually from 2004 all the way to today, the rise of 3D printing. So 3D printing started getting searched for a lot in 2012 and 2013. And since then, it's been a pretty steady increase per year in search terms. So I think 3D printing is going to continue to be on the rise, just from this fast product research. And I think that it's really cool. So you know what? We're gonna do some product research on it. We're gonna see what's good. We're gonna see what's up. We're gonna see the suppliers and all that good stuff. So we're gonna go to Alibaba.com, and we're gonna search, like I put it already in the search term. We're gonna search 3D printing. So now we can do is we can see all these different products and all these different things that we can sell. And like I said, if what we want to do is if we actually want to go more into depth, we can use all the different filters on the side. So if we want to look for verified suppliers, look for verified suppliers. If we want to look for people that are running are part of Super September, and are going to have discounts, etc., we can also filter for that. As you can see, we see all this different cool stuff. So we have 3D printing services. We could all this cool stuff. We can even look for 3D printing machine parts, which is cool. Obviously, if you have a 3D printer, you're going to need some machine parts. So yeah, you guys kind of get the gist of it. Transitioning back, what's up, guys? Transitioning back, you guys can see Alibaba.com actually has a crazy amount of products and suppliers. And what you're going to do is you're going to find different things that meet your specifications. Meet the filters that you want. For example, if you want a fast shipping type, you can filter for that. If you want to only work with verified suppliers, you can filter for that. So that's the first step. You want to find your suppliers. After that, obviously, you're going to want to get down to your communication with suppliers. Mitch is going to cover this in this video at some point, but a major part of selling online and ordering products in general is you have to build these connections with your suppliers, because over time that's what leads to the discounts. That's what leads to the great relationships being formed that might eventually lead to great opportunities in the future. So you want to absolutely build these supplier connections, these supplier relationships on Alibaba.com. So Mitch is going to go more into depth into how you can follow the plan and continue doing research. Really get your e-commerce going. But yeah, like we've been saying this whole video, e-commerce and business, it's about finding ways to practice spending less and selling more. So Mitch is going to go into the next section, and see you there.
So now that you have gone ahead and absorbed what we reviewed in this video, now the main part comes down to execution and, as you can see, sticking to a plan. So you want to spend around a week doing product research. Some people can get this done within a few days. Some people, once experienced, are able to do good, efficient product research within the span of a few hours to a day. But if you're new and you're getting into e-commerce and you wanna start seeing results, not fast, but soon, within the span of 30 days. Because again, guys, this doesn't work fast. E-commerce, it's a process. You don't just choose a product and start selling it. No, there are many steps that you need to go through, and you need to be patient with your product research. Now, in the previous section, Emiliano went over how to find products that are in demand and are trending, and it's a very efficient way to actually conduct this product research. Now, once you find a few products, you want to spend 1 to 2 days researching them on Alibaba.com, right? So once you find these products, you want to research them. You want to see their reviews. You want to potentially research them on other websites too, or speak to friends about what they think about these products, right? Because you don't want to just find a product that's selling well and not research. You need to know why it's selling well. You need to know maybe it only sells during certain months of the year, right? Because again, some products are seasonal. Some products sell well during the summer. Some products sell well during the winter, right? So you want to keep that seasonality in mind. So once you do research on a few of the products and say you chose one, then you want to go ahead and start communicating with the suppliers. And as you can see, you should be ready to place your first inventory orders within a week. Now, it's not easy to just, choose a product, communicate with your suppliers, and then place the order. No, you want to actually figure out where the inventory will be going. So say you're, for example, buying wholesale, will you either want all of the inventory sent to you to deal with on your own, package it, unbox it, ship it on your own, or would you actually want your inventory sent to a prep center that does all of that work for you? Now, keep in mind, prep centers, they do take a fee for the work, but it could save you a lot of time and you don't have to deal with the tediousness of managing all of the inventory on your own. So that's something you need to figure out, and then you need to maintain that conversation with your supplier about what you want to do, why you want to do, because don't just view this, whoever you're speaking with, as a supplier, but view them as an actual business partner, because the suppliers on Alibaba.com, they care that you're satisfied. They care about quality products getting sent to quality prep centers or whoever they're getting sent to. They care about these orders, and both you and the supplier, you guys should be really focused on building that long-term relationship with one another, because next thing the product is doing well, then you can go back to the supplier and you guys already have that relationship established, and you can go ahead and place new orders of that product. Now, the remaining 20 days will consist of your inventory being delivered to your desired location, which will allow you to begin marketing and listing the products. Because once you physically have the product in front of you, you can take good pictures of it. You can take good videos of it. You can create certain advertisements, that you can go ahead and put out online on whichever platform you wish. And that should all be done within the span of 20 days. And lastly, remember, spend less, sell more. That's business. And the whole point really is you want to be able to sell a bunch of products, but upfront you don't want to have to spend a lot, because again, many people, when first starting their e-commerce business, they go into this thinking, oh, I need $20,000, $30,000. No, a couple $1,000s is more than enough to start with. And with Alibaba.com, you have the luxury of being able to find very good quality products that are bought in bulk, that you can get in bulk, and build your relationships with these suppliers. And all this together will really allow you to go ahead and build that long-term business, that you're setting out to create. So this brings me to Alibaba.com's Super September event. And as you can see, it is one of Alibaba.com's biggest annual promotions, because something to keep in mind is Q4. And during Q4, which is the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, there are so many different holidays and events and family gatherings going on. And during this time, this is where e-commerce sales are truly at their peak. It's the best time of the year to be an e-commerce seller, because, again, these are holidays. People are constantly gathering together, buying each other gifts. People are ordering new stuff for their life, for their home, whatever it may be. And this is a big luxury that Alibaba.com has, that they have these annual promotions, and the one during September tends to be one of the biggest ones. And as you can see, there are discounts that are up to 40% off. 40% off, that's a big chunk off if you're a wholesaler and you're buying a bunch of inventory up front. And before I go ahead and actually dive into Alibaba.com, there is a link in our description that you guys can go ahead and use, and it will take you to the page for the Super September event. And I'll now be going over this Alibaba.com event. So as you guys can see here on my screen, I'm now on the Alibaba.com website, and right away when you're on it, you can see up here, Super September. You can also see Super September and all of these different tabs here, and you can go ahead and just select product discounts up to 40% off. And once you do that, it will take you to this page right here. So here you can see shipping discounts, you can see delivered duty paid, you can see top ranking suppliers. There's also specific products done for drop shipping or specific processes of ordering these products that are specific for drop shippers, because no minimum order quantity. Because keep in mind, if you're ordering wholesale, for example, some of these suppliers, they have a minimum order value or a minimum order quantity, but for drop shipping, it's done on a per order basis. So again, Alibaba.com gives this important luxury for drop shippers to not have a minimum order quantity. So again, as I kind of mentioned early on in the video, building your relationships with suppliers is extremely important, and that's what will truly allow you to build a long-term business, because you'll have good suppliers that you can trust. They trust you, and you guys work well together. So say, for example, you come to this page right here and click on it, top ranking suppliers. It will take you here, and on this page you'll see many different products. There are many different electronics. As you scroll, you'll find other products too, and a lot of these products, they essentially come from suppliers that are top ranking suppliers. And the reason that this is very, very important is because if they're a top ranking supplier, they've been in this business for a long time. They've worked with many customers just like you. They have a lot of experience in this field, and you can trust them. They have really good products. They're quality. They're on time with their deliveries and shipments of your products. And this is why this top ranking supplier feature is super important. And here, there's consumer electronics, there's apparel, home appliances. There are many, many different niches of products that you can go ahead and be focusing on. And for example, up here, so we have top supplier selected. You can also go ahead and select top products, and this will take you to a page. Again, you see a bunch of electronics here. You see bikes, whatever it is. There are so many different products, and you can actually get more specific and select new trends. And this shows you products that are currently or lately have been trending and have been in demand. So again, you see a bunch of different electronic features. There's certain clothing, devices in general. So again, being able to browse Alibaba.com specifically through the Super September event, part of their website, will allow you to really mitigate the certain products you are looking for, and it'll give you the luxury of choosing the top ranking suppliers that you want to work with, which should remain a huge priority for anyone wanting to source products from Alibaba.com. So yeah, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and smash the like button. Leave a comment about what you thought about this video. And again, the link to the Super September event for Alibaba.com is down in the description below. You could also see it here, but you'll also see it in our description. And really, rewatch this video if you forget certain parts. And if you have any sort of questions, whatever it may be, feel free to comment them down below, or even go ahead and shoot us messages on our social media accounts. They're also down in the description. So yeah, guys, again, we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you got value out of it, and we'll see you guys in the next one.